Hello, Lake Geneva Regional News subscribers. Andrew Tucker, sports reporter here. And I'm here to talk about the return of our annual football challenge. So, if you've noticed in this week's paper, we've got 9 games for you to pick, spanning college and pro football. Drop your picks off by noon Saturday at our office in the mail slot, and you will get your picks entered. First place wins a $50 prize, and second place wins a $25 prize. So, there's some money on the line, and looking forward to it. Should be fun. Our first game is Auburn at Clemson. Two high-powered college football squads this year, both currently undefeated, although only after one game. Not that hard to be undefeated. Clemson, though, reigning national champion, they're playing at home. I'm going to pick Clemson over Auburn in that one. Our second game, we've got Oklahoma at Ohio State. Ohio State had one of the toughest opening games, going on the road to play Indiana, a conference foe. Oklahoma played quite well, but Ohio State, they looked a little bit better against a better team, so I'll pick them over Oklahoma. Plus, playing in the Horseshoe is a pretty tough deal, so Buckeyes will take that one. In our third matchup, we've got a rivalry. Not often that you get a rivalry this early in the season, but we got Stanford at USC. USC had kind of a scare last week against Western Michigan, so a little hesitant about them, so I'm going to go with the Stanford Cardinal, even though they're on the road in this tough rivalry game. And now onto the NFL, and we've got Seahawks against the Green Bay Packers, a hometown favorite. However, this is in Green Bay. The Seahawks are a good team, don't get me wrong, but this is in Green Bay. The Packers have won the last 7 games against Seattle in Green Bay, so I've got to pick the Packers in this one. In our next game, we actually had a typo in the paper, so we apologize for that. In the paper, it says Falcons versus Titans. It's actually Falcons versus the Bears. Many of you Chicago fans know the Bears have a bit of a reloading year. They're going to have a tough season, but also the Falcons are the reigning NFC champs. So nearly won the Super Bowl too, if not for some last-minute heroics by the Patriots. So I'm going to have to go with the Falcons on that one. Our next game, we've got the Raiders at the Titans. Should be one of the closer matches in Week 1. Tough to kind of tell for Week 1 with NFL teams. You don't really know exactly what each team's going to look like, but this looks like it's going to be one of the better matchups. A couple pretty high-powered AFC squads. However, I think the difference maker is going to be Marshawn Lynch making his return to the NFL. He took a year off last year. Many of you know that he played for the Seahawks before. I'll take the Raiders against the hometown Titans in this one. Our next game is the Giants at the Cowboys. For those of you that follow the NFL know that Ezekiel Elliott is facing a 6-game suspension. However, because of his appeal process, he will be allowed to play in Week 1. So for that reason, I'm going to have to pick the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott's a big difference maker, and if his suspension would have started this week, I definitely would have picked the Giants, but I think that he's going to be enough to put them over the hump. In our next game, we've got the Cardinals at the Lions. For those of you that don't know, I'm from the Detroit area, big Lions fan. However, I can't pick them in this one. I got to go with the Cardinals. Cardinals are a more experienced, seasoned team. I think their defense is enough to shut down the Lions' offense, and I think that the Lions' defense will struggle against the likes of Larry Fitzgerald. In our final game, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. Now, this game was interesting because in the past couple weeks, they've been kind of talking with the damage that Hurricane Harvey did in Houston. They were talking about maybe moving the game to Jacksonville, but it was just in the last couple days they said that Houston will be the host for this game, and I think that's going to give them a big morale boost, playing in front of this hometown team that really could use a win. So I think that the Houston Texans are going to be able to roll over the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game. So, as I said before, all entries must be in by 12 noon on Saturday. You can either drop it off during our normal hours or drop it off in the mail slot at the Lake Geneva Regional News Office on Broad Street. Best of luck to all our entrants, and I hope you enjoy the football contest. We're looking forward to it.